Hello again, friends. Today I have a special treat for you because it's my birthday. So I'm going to make a very simple, very yummy dessert. So let's get started on what Pioneer Woman items we'll need for this recipe. Okay, so there's not much you need for this recipe. You need her signature knife, cutting board, and this just to kind of help the mixer out a little bit. And then ideally, it would be better to have like 12 of these, but unfortunately I do not. I only have 4 of that and 4 of that. So since these are a little bit bigger, it kind of works out because it's supposed to make 12 of them. And she uses little jars, or not jars, I'm using jars. She uses like little bowls, but we're also going to be traveling with them, so the jars are necessary. And that's all the items you're gonna need. Are y'all ready to be amazed? These are the only items you're going to need to make this recipe. You need 12 of the whole graham crackers. So you need 12 of those. You need 8-ounce cream cheese, some sliced almonds, cherry filling, and sweetened condensed milk. And that is all the items you need for this recipe. So for starters, I've had this sitting out a little bit because last time I did not, and I didn't really care for the chunks of it in there. So I've had this sitting out. I'm gonna put this into the mixer as well as the sweetened condensed milk. Alright, so I got them in there and the mixer is going to do most of my work for me. Poor thing. I'm just gonna let this go on stirring for a little bit and then I'll bump it up a little bit. I'm always scared it's gonna splatter, so that's why I do it this way. You can do it however you want to. But I'm going to let this work on getting this good and mixed. I'm probably gonna bump it up to 2 now. Alright, so while that's mixing, we're gonna work on these other parts. Alright, so now we're working on the sliced almonds. I don't put too much in just because it's the kids eating it and stuff, and it does give it a little salty flavor, so I think it's needed, but you don't need a whole bunch. I think it calls for like 2 tablespoons, but last time just a little hint was good enough. So now we're just gonna chop these up. So the next thing we're gonna do is take our graham crackers and we are going to mash it up. You can whack it or you can do what I'm doing. I just think this does it just fine. Alright, and that's our finished product on the crumbs. Our mixture looks yummy and creamy, and now we're going to work on putting in the graham crackers on the bottom of these jars. I have it up here on the top counter only because it's a little easier to do eye level to make sure everything's pretty much even. So we got our graham crackers in there, and then the next is we are going to pour in a little bit of the filling in there. All right, I'll show you one, and I don't do it as pretty. You can put it in like a pastry bag, but I like to just do it this simple way. Less mess, less fuss. All right, so next we're just going to open up this cherry can filling and just scoop some into each jar on top. And I will do this to all of them. The bigger ones might need a double scoop. And this is very messy. My counters are messy, so I have to put my cutting board on the chair. But the last thing to do is just add some of these almonds on top. And of course you wash your hands before you do this. And then that's it. I'm going to put the lids on them and put them in the fridge. That way they get nice and chilled and will be so yummy by dinner time. But The best way also to eat them is to mix it all up together. That just makes it super yummy having all that stuff mixed in together. Thank you so much for joining me on my birthday and for making these cheesecake shooters with me. And this is what they look like when they're done. They are so yummy. Y'all enjoy. See you next time.